back to what we said, because I want to talk about the things that, well, I don't know how many things you can talk about that you have going on right now. It seems like there's like things in motion, but you're not announcing just yet.
Yeah, won't announce till like we're all good with knowing what we're going to do.
Okay, so maybe we stay away from that. But
I mean,
things are good in the Van Lathan world.
Yeah.
People are curious. People ask me.
Sure.
Okay? Things are good in the Van Lathan world. It seems like you're, maybe for the first time in your professional career, deciding to do what you truly want to do.
Just want to be able to carve out what the world looks like for you personally, not really for,
You were saying this to me earlier.
Yeah,
I thought it
you
was
plug
very
and play.
interesting.
Your teams is plug and play, whatever. But now you have more freedom to go.
Can I ask y'all something? Like, because I really appreciate the entrepreneurial spirit you guys struck out on your own and everything. Was there ever a time where you were like, I don't know what I want to do? Like, I know I want to do something on my own. I don't know what that is.
No.
You've always had a clear idea of what you wanted to do.
Since I've been in comedy.
I think as we found the things we loved, Schulz took a much bigger chance on this. Obviously, this is his. He paid for this. I don't know if he's told you.
Right.
It's very expensive.
Yeah, I don't know if he's mentioned it.
It's very expensive. Costs a lot of money.
But I know when I was going broke.
Even that chair, that's West Elm. It's not cheap.
I know.
It's not cheap.
But you gotta take chances if you want.
My living room set is from West Elm.
That's right. Because you make real money. That's Disney.
For now.
That's the mouse.
The mouse.
Hold on, but
Okay?
I want to hear your
Mouse
answer
don't
for
play.
real.
What you mean?
Like knowing what it is you want to do.
I think more for me, I know who I want to be. And
bars.
And knowing who I want to be guides me into the things that are right for me and wrong for me.
That's bars,
And you feel the same way?
Yeah,
Like,
I just know. Yeah, kind of what I have an idea what I want to do. I don't know the exact thing, but I know when we started this, I was like, this is the thing. This is the thing. So everything else, even as I'm going broke, I know this thing will eventually pay off. This is what it is. Comedy,
Right.
I'm struggling, whatever, but I know this is the thing. This is what it is. This is what's best for me.
And you're being humble with struggling. And just to clarify, like, I think what happens, or at least what happened to me, is almost like the lily pad shit. Like, you have one thing you want to do, and then as you approach that thing, other things pop
present
up
themselves. So
that you want to do.
Yeah.
Also,
So-
people see once people get a sense of your skill set, they have other things for you that you might have not thought of before.
This is what I.
But
I'll
do you
be
truly
honest.
want them?
Sometimes you do, sometimes you don't.
Like I remember watching some Red Pill, right? And then seeing certain episodes of the Red Pill where I was like, oh shit, Van is doing what he really wants to do. And then seeing other episodes of the Red Pill where I was like, oh, he's a proficient interviewer, but he's not having the most joy he's ever had. Is that a fair assessment?
No, not of the Red Pill. I think every single episode of the Red Pill I ever did, I found some way to engage. Now, if you're talking,
Not saying you weren't engaged,
but listen, what I mean is this: if you're looking at it, talking about what's naturally in my wheelhouse, you can make that assessment because you know me. But just because something's not in my wheelhouse or it's not something that I talk about all the time, doesn't mean that I can't be interested in it. And I think part of the Red Pill,
no, dude, it'd be episodes where you were talking about it could be about like something super racial, and then it could be talking about like porn when you were talking to and both of them were great because I felt like you were so engaged and you were curious
and focused and intellectual
100%,
curiosity.
like locked in.
But that's because race and porn are the two things that I've devoted my life to.
You were always. Oh man, I'm so glad we brought. Go ahead and finish your point. I just remembered some shit.
So hold on for a second. So because of that, when you see me, I'm gonna really get excited about that entire deal. But that doesn't mean that the other things I'm not excited to discuss them.
So it sounds like you should take the blue pill, quite frankly.
Let me tell you some shit. I listened to your it wasn't your podcast. It was Jamel's podcast when she interviewed you. Mm-hmm. And when you started talking about porn, I was like, man, me and Van have a lot in common, man.
Oh, yeah. What do you guys go for?
Just the consumption pattern. Like I was like, oh shit, I thought I was the only one. I was like,
you're not the only one, my brother.
Damn, man. Like,
wait. What's the consumption pattern?
He'd have to tell you. I don't know what he
like. He was basically saying there was a point in time when you gained a lot of weight.
Oh, it was porn all day long.
It was literally.
Oh, Jesus Christ, bro.
Porn and Madden is what you said.
Porn and Madden. It was porn and Madden. I remember actually.
Either way, you're playing with a joystick.
Exactly. I remember challenging myself. Like your dick will get sore, and you should be like, buddy, I want you to know we're going again. like it's not the time.
I was the only
like
one.
it's the fourth quarter, buddy. We're going again.
Yeah.
Because like you know what I'm saying.
Like
Just
Denzel with fucking Jesus Shuttlesworth.
Don't get
Middle
tired.
of the night.
Don't get tired.
Run it again.
And sometimes like it's almost like you're negotiating with your dick because like you weren't even thinking about jacking off. But while you're sitting down, all of a sudden, thong song video pops up. Well, nigga, wake up. You know what I'm saying? Like we on. So, but at that point, it was unhealthy. Now you use your porn. It's a little different. But at that point,
Why? Wait, what makes
How
it
many
healthy
times
now?
would you guys do tops in a day? What was
that
the
I've
most?
busted nut off porn.
Yeah.
Bruh, I don't know, dog. It's a lot.
Like 4?
Oh,
North.
North.
More than 4?
You sweet poor
North.
child.
North. North.
4?
6?
I might get 4 in 3 hours.
I can tell you.
Hold on. Double digits?
It got close. Like I probably like it was. Bro,
that's impressive.
Bro, I'm gonna be real with you. It was literally like you wake up, you cut the Madden on, you boot the computer up, right, and then it's updates to sites and the shit that's pumping in. Like I'm not. The thing with my porn is I'm not the guy who just goes on porn. I have memberships. I want it direct.
See, I never
to
went that far.
I want the highest 4K quality shit that I could get. I want it to. You know what? I don't want my streaming speed to control my nut. I want to be able to go right to the spot because you know
Boom, and get right there.
You know what I'm saying?
That
Okay,
makes sense.
so let me throw something back at you.
You never said how many you?
Don't like. Well, I don't know what the
More
count
than
is.
10?
I don't know. I honestly don't know. I know 4 is ridiculously low.
That four is
So-
a
like
cakewalk.
blown way
8?
past.
Probably 8? At least 8?
At least 8. At least.
Maybe a 12?
Maybe a 12.
You know at the end, do you know at the end you're not shooting anything.
Wait, you came
It just does
and
this like
just
dry
had
heat.
It
air?
just does this little thing. I remember I remember crystal clear. I remember right. I
Wait a
remember,
minute.
I remember crystal
You've
clear.
never gone
I remember
past
crystal
like that.
clear in my mind, going, "Oh shit, nothing came out."
There's no way.
Bro,
I'm
maybe a
telling you, man.
little bit,
Do
dog.
you know how much sperm you make a day?
I get it.
I'm
It's
telling
crazy.
You
gotta
testing
push.
that motherfucker.
You gotta push. But
You're testing that.
past every limit that you know.
Testing that. Motherfucker.
But I'm gonna tell you
Jordan the
this.
jerkin.
Let me tell you this. I reached the point where I detested anything with professional lighting, anything with like.
Yeah, because it needs to be real.
I needed like that
Needs to be real.
camcorder with the flash on.
I went through a phase like that,
Yeah.
but like I
Rick,
also
bathroom
I also went
casting
through
couch.
different.
Yeah.
I also went through
not even
different
casting
phases.
couch. That's too much. Anything where they're talking to them? No.
I went through different
Just gotta
phases.
Start with them fucking like mid fuck.
Oh,
Because
no.
he just grabbed his phone like this.
But like I like sometimes it all depends though, because sometimes you want, because the porn performers, the professional ones, they're not actually the sex isn't really real, not in any actual way. But it's like the NBA of sex. It's like they are pros at it.
Yes.
So a lot of the shit that they're doing is really just performative
For us,
right?
yes.
For
It's actually
us.
for
It's not
us.
for them.
It's
And
not
they'll tell
how
you
you
that
have sex,
when you
yeah.
know them, they'll like some of the porn stars that you'll talk to, they'll talk about the differing companies. So certain companies are better to shoot for from a sex standpoint than other companies are. And they'll tell you why and they'll tell you how. And so some of the stuff is just for you, and it looks good, doesn't necessarily mean that it feels good to them. And sometimes the amateurs don't have those skills. It's like you need angles and you need different shit. So it just depends on what you're in the mood for.
You know, it's crazy because it reminds me of like music, right? Like some people like the studio album, whatever, and then
You a mixtape guy.
You're a
got
mixtape guy.
Slam DVD. I like the Smack DVD. They standing on the corner and they just going.
You want
in
that
it.
Times Square.
I want that like raw.
Now,
energy
don't get me
of, like,
wrong. Don't get
take
me
it
wrong.
back to the block.
Don't get me wrong. It is different watching two people have sex when you know they really fucking.
Yeah, man.
So, but-
I don't like the overactors.
That's the thing. But also, different performers have different sort of
Different styles.
methodologies. You know what I'm saying?
Wesley
Genuinely
Pipes likes to
bothered.
talk.
And you don't like a talker.
No, I like Wesley Pipes talking. That's
Wait. Wesley Pipes would talk. He would talk into the scene.
Y'all
but
talking
sometimes
about dudes?
He would talk you out of the scene. Wesley Pipes is a guy. Wesley
Go on,
Pipes,
go on. This is
Wesley
great.
Pipes
Go
would
on,
be
go on.
fucking a chick and be like, "Yeah, bitch,
bitch,
yeah, bitch, this dick," and then he would do something and he would make the girl rethink it.
Yeah.
Because he'd be like, he'd fuck her in the ass and then take it out and put his dick in her mouth and be like, "Yeah, bitch, you like the way that ass juice tastes?" And she'd be
Yeah.
like, "Yeah." wait, no. You know what I'm saying? So like he would talk a little bit too much through the scene sometimes.
It's always funny to me. Like,
You
I
like
laugh.
that shit, huh?
Yeah. So wait, when you're jerking off,
off,
are you
you like,
laughing
okay.
too a little?
There are sometimes where I have literally stopped
he's
to
funny,
laugh.
man.
Because the dude,
He's funny, dog.
He's a funny dude, man.
He's funny. He's funny, man. He's funny. He's
When
funny.
you
By the
watch
way,
that much porn,
That's an
Schulz.
all-time porn great.
Schulz,
And also,
when
I
you
watched
watch
an
that much
interview.
porn,
I watched an interview of him one time complaining about never getting invited to the AVNs. He's mad about not getting the AVNs.
He's right though, man.
I mean, that's disrespectful. Why wouldn't you?
Son,
invite him to-
AVN so white, yo.
I did that a couple
we need a
years ago.
hashtag.
I did that hashtag a couple years ago. AVNs so white.
Really?
Yeah, the AVNs.
You are about this life,
It was just.
bro.
It was just. It was really.
You really combined two passions again.
It was really just as a joke, but the AVNs people did not think that it was funny.
really?
What happened?
It was just as a joke, like because. Like some of the people, like
Like how
Nat
Van is
Turner.
in this world. Like, you're in that world.
Wait, how the fuck did Nat Turner come into this conversation?
That's the guy's porn name.
That's the guy's porn name. Nat
Yo!
Turner. It's spelled Nat Turn Her.
Nat Turn Her.
But
That's
like,
hysterical.
AVN so white, porno so white. AVN so white.
Oh, this is hilarious. Keep going though. So they got.
So what happened was, I would talk to the black porn performers,
Yeah.
and it's not a game to them. Like their livelihood is really dependent on exposure and awards
Yeah.
and all of those things. And they actually complained to me in a real way. Van, they would send me shit, Van, like nobody.
Right.
And I'm like, and when you look at the lists that come out, the nomination list, they don't really shed a light on the black performance. There's a lot of black stuff out there. So more than anything, as just like a gag, I started with I don't think I started it, but like I started hashtagging AVN so white. And I got a lot of black porn performers like, yo, I appreciate that. Thank you. Like we want representation.
you, black porn performers, everybody owns it a band.
No, anyway, but the point is they really felt that way in a real way.
But that's wild.
Kingmaker.
It is wild. Kingmaker. It is wild though, like the idea that their industry. I mean, I guess it's not that wild. That every other industry is like this.
Yeah, that's what Wesley said. He said it's kind of crazy that they actually have politics.
But don't the
supporting.
numbers speak for themselves? Like it wouldn't. Like here's one thing. Like it's not like Giannis or Harden
Please
isn't
tell
going
me
to
you
win
guys
MVP.
know porn ratings. That'd be the best if y'all knew the numbers.
I mean, it depends on what you mean.
That's hysterical.
Spins or like
Yeah.
How many views?
Well, when
Yeah.
you go to the porn sites and you're clicking on all the scenes, they tell you which scenes are the top rated, which stars are the top rated, who's
Right.
the biggest, and all
like
that.
Pornhub has a ranking.
A ranking
You
of
can
girls
see
and
like
stuff.
who's been the most popular and all.
I love this.
But yeah, like look, bro. To be honest with you, if like it's like anything else. Like I watched a lot of porn. I was searching for new porn. I found new stars. I got into different stuff like that. And after a while, you're into it. But
how do you get into their world though? I mean, or is that just a factor?
What you
of-
mean?
Like to the point where you know.
He looked like he really trying to figure this shit out. Like he
Yeah,
want to
I'm
weigh
like,
in.
yeah, man. Like, hey, man, if Tiana Trump is gonna come tell me, like, yo,
She was on the podcast.
We want Tiana Trump.
But that's what
on
I'm
this
saying.
podcast.
How did you get into that circle? It's one thing to talk about it.
Well, that was Brittany Renner. That shout out to Brittany. Brittany brought Tiana Trump. But to be honest with you, I saw Nat playing basketball at the gym.
Oh wow.
And in LA, they're everywhere.
What was that thing looking like in shorts?
Shut the fuck up. They're
You didn't
everywhere.
notice?
Real talk.
You ain't notice?
What was
I
that
didn't notice,
thing
dog.
looking like in shorts? was he packing that thing?
He
Or
was out
what?
there. He was out there hooping.
He had that yard or not?
He was out there hooping.
Hey, Schulz
But in
be
LA,
out there
also, it's
posting up
different
every
in LA,
single
man.
time.
You meet more
Backing
porn
down the
stars.
court, like-
99% of the world's
that all
porn
you?
is produced in the San Fernando Valley.
What was that thing?
I can't remember.
What was that thing swang?
What were his shorts producing? That's what we want to know.
Yeah, we really was.
Van,
it
Van.
hanging out the end?
Van, did you ask him if that's all him?